chaos. He calls the paramedics to come and pick up the OG to get him to get some medical treatment. But by the time they had arrived, he had gone. He'd passed on. He was very, very, very upset. He sat there throughout the night. He never did go home. And as the next day arose, or as the sun came up, he said to himself, this cannot happen again. Somebody's got to do something. So he went around to all of the different stores and where all the other homeless people were. He knocked on doors in the community and he says, I'm sure everybody, you know what happened, but we're going to have a town hall meeting. So he gathered everybody right where the OG had just passed. And he says, we can't have this no more. Now all of a sudden they look up and the gangbangers are walking up. And say, what are y'all doing over here? He goes, y'all can't do that over here in our neighborhood no more, man. And the reality is, all of these people out here, we're not going to allow it. What y'all going to do? Well, we're going to stand here right while you trying to sling your drugs so everybody knows what you're doing. And that's going to drive your customers away. Because we're not going to have this no more. So he goes, you know what? All right. So they decided to leave. The community had come together. They thanked this young man. And they pronounced him king of the cardboard condos. He told all the homeless people, if you got to be here, it's okay, but we're going to help clean up. And we're going to help find you guys someplace to live. Okay? Even if we got to put some tiny houses out here. Whatever we got to do. But we're going to make things okay. He started a food drive so that some of the people in the community who had a little bit more than others, they gathered food and was able to take some of the homeless people something to eat. And then he's getting ready to get on the bus to go to school now as we fast forward. And he sees the young lady and she says, wow, that was really, really cool what you did. He goes, that's just God's work, using me as a vessel. He goes, but I got something to ask you. Are you going to the prom? She goes, nobody ever asked me. I go, I'd like to take you to the prom. And she says, yes. And they did go. But that neighborhood now, it's got a lot of tiny homes on it. It's got some things that makes people feel like home. Several of the neighbors built tiny homes in their backyard so some of the people could come and get off the street. That's King of the Cardboard Condo. While we don't have the King of the Cardboard Condo with us anymore today, he's gone on and played professional sports. We won't say exactly what it was, but it was based off of a true story. But the legacy of that will live and continue on in Flashback Academy as we look to help people in our community be better. Yeah, it's going to be a little nerve-wracking sometimes. It's going to cause us some sleepless nights. But on our watch, America, if we consider ourselves some of the greatest people on the face of the earth, we cannot allow homelessness to be a wider spread epidemic than righteousness. We can be better. We can do better, America. So I'm asking you all to join us as we look at building Flashback Academy, where young people will come off of the streets, learn vocational skills, and get some real life work experience. And yes, the case management is necessary. And our veterans, we ain't forgot about you at all. Yes, I'm a veteran as well, so I know what this one feels like. Listen, because if they'd have had a flashback for me when I was coming up, I'd have loved to be in one of those instead of my role. But while this ain't about me, it's about the people we're going to serve. Let's find out more and stay tuned. Some of our shows will be more entertaining than others, but The whole world's a stage. It's all about the part that you play. I'm looking for actors, I'm looking for writers, and those who would like to join us in producing theatrical performances virtual. We know we can't fill up any places and crowds because we have to practice this safe distancing to make sure that everybody's safe. But we also want to help heal and using the arts to do it. So write me at flashbks. Let me rephrase that. Flashbksllc at gmail.com. Flashbksllc at gmail.com. I want to thank you for joining our show. And for those of you who may have heard a couple of the commercials, great. Listen to our sponsors. They were picked on purpose. And that unfortunately ends our show for today, but I do want you to stay tuned and be a part of Flashback as we grow. Do me one favor. Do our young people one favor. Do our veterans a favor. And go and tell a friend. Thank you for joining us.